Hello guys, this is TheGame and welcome to Game Talk. So today it's a one-on-one interview with one of my long-time friends. He's a MMA fighter, well-known MMA fighter for one championship. He is a BJJ black belt with an amazing level in the discipline. He's also the coach of highlight reel jiu-jitsu in Singapore. And also, the coach of Tiffany Theo, contender to the belt at one championship. Please, guys, let me welcome the man, the legend, my friend, Majee Overall. Welcome, Major.
That's pretty good. You've been working on that?
A bit. I done my,
Nice.
like I was yesterday night in front of my computer. I was like, I have to do something cool. How are you, Major?
Good, man. Good. How you been?
Since yesterday. So, guys, if you don't know about that, yesterday we tried to record this video and my internet in Vietnam was like catastrophic. It was horrible. So we decided to move it to today, and finger crossed we're gonna have a good internet. I hope we will do it. So before we start talking one-on-one, I have plenty of questions for you, Major, and you know some of them because we already have this kind of rehearsal yesterday. For you guys who don't know who is Major, let me give you this quick highlight that I find on internet. It's totally amazing. Watch it, enjoy, and welcome to Major World.
This is how I show my love.
that was cool. That was cool. So, hey, Major, tell us, where are you now? How is the situation? COVID, gym, training in Singapore at the moment.
It's never stable, bro. It's up and down, like a new restriction, a new um, thing you can't do every 2 weeks it seems like. But at least we're open, you know. We're staying, we're open. They've got some ridiculous rules now. It's you can only train in groups of two. So I don't know.
Okay, group of two. Okay.
Yeah, group of
So,
two.
like, wow, okay, that's weird. Like in Vietnam, we reopen today. The news just fell yesterday night. We can reopen, but the rules are pretty similar. A bit wicked, a bit weird. Like, if you have not your full vaccination, you cannot go outside. But if you have one vaccination, you can go to the gym, but it reduces the number of people in the gym. It's weird. It's weird. But whatever, that's a new world, and we are back into it. So, as a professional athlete, so you 6-2 as an MMA athlete, a BJJ black belt. What is next for your martial art career, Majee?
You know, like usually people take that next step of moving into coaching after they finish their career, but I've been doing that. I think I started doing that before I even finished my fight career. So I'm continuing to do that. I like coaching. I like being involved in MMA levels, whether it be a podcast or commentating, judging, reffing. I just like being on the sport. I wouldn't mind to maybe get back in there and do a couple more fights, but they got to find somebody as old as me. I'm not trying to win a burpee contest, you know?
Yeah, that's the whole point. Because how old are you now, Majee?
40, yeah.
What the fuck? Hey, let's be honest, we have really good genes. Nobody would believe that we're over 40. It don't make any
Yeah.
sense. So yeah, you're still in it. You still feel like if you have like the right opponent, the right motivation, whatever it is, opponent, financial, like blah blah blah, you would go back in it in the cage as a MMA fighter.
Yeah, I think it would make sense, you know? Like I don't want to be disillusioned like you see a lot of older guys get and they think they can compete with the 25-year-old guys. I mean, I probably could if I could like have timeouts. Like if they could say like if I could just call like a timeout, like I'm tired, let me let me take a rest and start back in the same position, I probably could be champion. But given the fact that I'm old as fuck in fight years, yeah, I probably need to find somebody my own age.
So I'm coming back to that because that is very interesting because we have like plenty like viewers watching that and they are not anymore in their 20s, 30s. So like you and me, like they are in their so-called golden age. Personally, I never feel better. Like I mean, like in the mindset, but the body still like like sometimes it's quite
Yeah, yeah.
difficult after a training. But I strongly believe, and that's gonna be my question from coach to coach, from fighter to fighter. I believe mixed martial art and especially cage fighting is for the major major part really psychologic. It's how you enter the cage and the mindset when you step in. So right now, I feel that I'm in the best mindset of my whole career. So would you agree with me that if you step in, you would be more efficient as an athlete?
All things equal, I think that most of the time when we were younger and we were in the cage, we were in peak physical conditioning, so we take that as the baseline. But I think if we got in there now, we'd see that. I mean, I still spar with my guys that are pro, and I know how it goes the first few rounds, and I know how it goes the last few rounds, and there's a little bit of a difference there. So,
Okay, yeah, I got your point. I got your point. When I'm training with my younger guys, like the later round are terrible for me. I agree with you.
yeah, yeah,
So you
yeah.
still have in it. You still have in use the will of going one more fight. So maybe not with one championship, but there is other organization willing to give you an opportunity, and you well says it.
Yeah, you know, when I was in Japan a year or so ago, I was with Will Chope, and he had a couple of fights lined up, and I went to both of them with him, and they had a bunch of old guys still fighting, and I was like, oh shit, there's still old guys out here doing this. I was like, well, let me get in on that action. I can get down with these old dudes. But they were good. They were fit. You know, you could tell they probably worked the job, but they trained every night. They were six pack old men. You know, they were like in their 40s and late 30s. It's like I can contend with these guys. Yeah.
Okay, guys. But so if I don't know, Ryzen, Pancras, any organization willing to bring back Major for a fight, and you're watching this podcast, shoot him a message. Knowing the guy is totally worth it. Let's change subject. In my opinion, your greatest achievement might just be this insane KO of Bruno Pucci. So before we go deep into that question, let me give a reminder to all our viewers, people watching the podcast right now. So once again, one championship. If you're watching this podcast, I just take a part of the fight, so you cannot do anything against me. Voilà, enjoy, guys.
Leg lock around Majee Overall's body. That makes it very, very difficult for Majee to turn in and get to his base.
6 punches came down over the right eye of Overall. Here come the rest of them, concentrating on the left eye now. Oh, what punishment to take.
Yeah, this is a very bad spot for Majee Overall to be in. You know, the only thing that I can say is that, okay, Pucci's legs are a little bit better. He may abandon this and just try to get to mount.
Oh, Overall managed to get front to front, but then, oh, it's all happening here. Oh, goodness.
That was a nice reversal by Majee Overall.
Rich Franklin just sitting between us, giving a round of applause to that little move.
See, you see, this is the difference between high-level jiu-jitsu. You see the guard work instantly. Pucci's trying to get his legs up. Majee Overall has to feel confident that he survived those deep waters.
Gets a chance to breathe again. Left, right from the American.
And you can see a big difference in Bruno Pucci's his hands. Look at it, even his head movement. Good timing. He got his head out of the way and he's setting up his punches and kicks nice.
Yeah.
And Overall is just telegraphing that right.
He really is, isn't he?
He's cocking that right hand back. And when you throw that hand and you pull it back, it's a big tell for your opponent.
What he does is he leaps in with his left foot and then throws the punch. So if you can tell it's coming, it comes from way back.
Oh, big right hand!
And follows it up with a soccer kick. And that is an explosive and quite... So if you can tell it's coming, it comes from way back.
Oh, big right hand!
And follows it up with a soccer kick. And that is an explosive and quite...
Yeah, I put it twice back to back because I was like, that's okay. And I love Jason Chambers. Jason, if you're watching our podcast, like, yeah, the podcast is really nice to watch. You telegraph that right hand, like, and you should see it coming. I mean, like, that's what, man. So here is the question on your side, because on my side, that's one of my top 10 KO of all time in one championship. But on your side, how do you remember that fight?
Yeah, you know what the interesting thing about that was, what I like how you started with the back control scene where he had the back there, because I remember thinking this guy at this time, he was undefeated and he had choked every single person he fought with the same move, the rear naked choke, right? And I remember thinking like a weak person. I was thinking while I was there, I'm not gonna tap to this. I'm gonna go to sleep and look tough, right? And then it hit me. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Get the fuck out. Like, just get out, you know? Like, there is no like looking tough. Just get out. And that, like, my whole mindset just switched right there. And that was cool because I think that shifted my mindset like permanently in the way I think about things. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, like, on like, you are there's two guys, you and if my memory is right, I think it's Uritia, who also knock out Pucci. And Pucci is on the ground, is one of the top notch. He's one of the best. I mean, like, let's be honest, this guy is a killer. But Sam, it's always this right hand that you and Uritia are able to set up and get this KO. But you had this soccer kick, which is like insane, because some people don't know, but in one championship, the soccer kick is allowed and it's kind of your specialty, right?
Yeah, it was when they allowed it before they became a different sport. So
Uh,
now they're a different sport. So yeah.
so no more soccer kick? No more soccer kick?
No, they've become a different sport. You know, if you take away the ground, it's no longer MMA, it's kickboxing. If you take away the soccer kicks, it's no longer Vale Tudo, it's
Okay.
semi-unified rules
Okay,
MMA.
my bad, my bad. I thought the soccer kick was still allowed in one championship. So you see, I'm not even aware that they changed the rules and stuff like that. So okay, whatever. So totally different subject, because that's interesting. Also, you say you're still in it, you still have the energy to go for a fight. If one championship is saying, let's make that rematch with Bruno, would you go for it?
Bruno's quite a bit younger. I don't think there's anything to gain from that match. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, I wouldn't want to have that fight now. There's nothing to gain from it, and I wouldn't it wouldn't. I'm not trying to be like toughest guy in the world anymore. I just want a couple of good guys, some guys that can test me everywhere. Um,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay, I got the point. I got the point. So, like we always say, the high are high, the low are low. Toughest time inside the cage. Boku, maybe?
Yeah, that had to be the toughest one for maybe both of us. I tried to take your advice, bro. I couldn't see him coming. He was, he's so
Yeah.
deceptive. Like it looks like it looks like you can just like you looking at him like I can knock this guy out, man. He just does something to you. I should have just taken him down. Like like he has this weird voodoo that he does to you that makes you think that you should just stand with him. Even though you
Hmm.
know, like he's done that to 3 different black belts. Bruno Pucci was a smart one. He was like, nope, I'm taking him down.
Yeah, I'm putting some picture of you and you and Pucci and you and Boku. Oopla, you see, you're not even here anymore. Boom. Let me put you back on it. Yes, I agree with you. And we had this discussion before, Major. The incredible thing about Boku is he trap you, he put you into that position when you think you dominate him in the striking, and then at one point he finds the breach in your style, and you get punished for that. I do believe
Yeah.
that you were leading the fight in the first round. I do believe I was leading the fight till I get cooked. And same with you. When I rewatched the fight yesterday, I think you were clearly you were moving well, you were dominating, and it's like he's changed the gear and he goes after you and he finds he finds the crack.
I realized what he was doing. I was looking at that right hand that whole first round, and he was just setting it up that whole first round. He just kept punching me with the left, and every time he hit me with the left, it would be directly in the eyeball. So I'd end up we'd follow it up with a left hook because it would sort of blind me temporarily. And then it started to get to the point where I was anticipating that left hook, and I brought my hand up like this, and that's when he switched to the right. That was in the second round though, and I don't even remember that happening. I just remember
Mm.
like I was just remember like on the ground thinking like, oh shit, so now we're playing jujitsu. Like, I don't even remember getting hit. It was painless. It was completely painless. I got hit with that right hand, and then only Alex saw the video. I really don't even remember it. I remember I was looking out for that. I thought the left hook was coming, and then the next thing I know, I'm like playing jujitsu. I couldn't tell if he was hitting me on the ground or not. I,
Mm.
I still don't know if he was hitting me because the angle of the camera, but I remember like seeing him move over the top of me, and I was like, he's kind of overcommitting to these shots, and I tried to get to his back. I went to reach
Yeah.
for it because he threw one, he crossed my center line, and I reached for the back. I got his far lat, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get his back, I'm gonna choke him out, sweet. And then he pulled up, and it just went like it's too oily, and he just got out, and I was like, well, fuck, because I got back up on the feet. I realized I was rocked. I didn't even know I was rocked. When I got up on the feet, I was like, oh shit, I can barely stand up.
Yeah, sadly, that's the greatest skills of Boku is he's a master at setting trap and shit
Yeah,
happen. Same
yeah.
like I didn't see that body shot and hey, we learned from this loss. Allez, let's play a game because I like to play stupid game and that's how I do. It's written. You have the rule down there. You can pick one, only one. I said one. and I'm not saying one championship. I'm saying
Okay.
I show you two images, and you tell me which one you would pick, and this is how we will play. Allez, first one. Boom. What
I'm
it
going
be?
with the beer.
Cocktail or beer? You're going for the beer?
The beer,
Okay.
you know it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Beer, fine by me. That's good. Allez, next one. Are we going for Vegas or are we going to Pattaya?
I've never been to either, but I guess if I'm gonna go to one, I'd probably do Vegas because they've got good fights out there. So
Okay. I've been to both.
Yeah.
And if I want to go naughty, I definitely go to Pattaya. Vegas is pricey and
Yeah.
my point. Yeah, like I mean, like we know back in the days, me and Major, we had some fun in Bangkok.
Some party times, yeah.
But now we don't talk about that today. I don't want to get sued for that. It was really good time. Your birthday, remember your birthday. Next.
Yeah, I remember that.
Allez, if you can pick one and only one, is that UFC or one championship? So it means basically it means West MMA or East MMA. It's like I use UFC to call out like the American kind of cage fighting, and one championship, which is a bit of the flag carrier for Asian MMA. So are you going for, once again, US MMA or Asian MMA?
I gotta stay home and keep it with Asian MMA, just because that's where I'm at, and they're building up a scene around where I am. So I got to be grateful for that. If there was no Asian MMA here, I wouldn't be able to bring my guys up and get them fights, and I wouldn't be able to have a career myself. So yeah, I think
Okay.
I have to go with Asian MMA.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Allez, let's have a bit more fun. Here. Voilà.
Ooh, you bastard.
Voilà, it's like as much food as you want, or as much fun as you can.
You ever seen that episode of Seinfeld where he has like this thing about like eating pizza in bed? Can I pick that one? Can I?
So you're going for the food during the fun.
I think I might go for the food because I need food several times a day. So
okay, like you're
Yeah.
a foodie, fine by me. Last one. Allez, if you can pick one and only one, but it's all you can eat. Would you go for Namayunas or Waterson?
Ooh, that's a tough one, man. I think
I know. You can pick one only.
I'd have to go Karate Hottie. I don't know.
Oh,
That place
yeah?
is hot too, man. Yeah, I think I have to go Karate Hottie. Yeah.
Okay. The karate OT for Major. Okay. Back to it because we had a bit of fun. Now leading the BGG scene in Singapore. What is the future for your team, Team Highlight Rail, if I'm right?
Actually, I have a different gym now. We're called Matrix.
Oh, Matrix. Okay. But
Yeah.
tell us about the gym. That's very interesting because, I was not aware. I thought you were still Team Highlight Rail. So tell us about Matrix. I want to hear about it, please.
Yeah, it's mostly the same guys, same team, but we're in a different location now. Rebranded a little bit. So it's cool. It's kind of the same thing. Largely MMA based. I mean, we do jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai and stuff like that, but like the jiu-jitsu we teach, it's the jiu-jitsu that works in MMA. It's not like a lot of worm guard and stuff like that. Or if it is, I explain the concepts that make those things relevant for MMA. It's everything. The end goal is still MMA for all of it,
Mm-mm. So, oops, sorry. Once again, you see, I see myself only. I like myself. So, and jiu-jitsu wise, are you planning to get back to the on the mat to like maybe super fight as a black belt, or coaching is because I know I'm not sure I would like to compete much again in jiu-jitsu personally because you like you like or you don't like teaching jiu-jitsu. I like at the moment I'm really into grappling. but compete as a mixed martial athlete, I would do it. What about you? Like, because it's really two different sports. Would you
Yeah,
re-compete as a black belt?
I feel like well, I've got a few years where I can actually get down. I'd rather use those for MMA because that's my real passion. You
Mm,
know, I can
yeah.
I can find a 50-year-old masters division later on or whatever. But if I
Mm.
got a couple years left where I can actually fight, then I'd rather do real fighting.
Yeah, but okay. I am on team Majee Overall. Same. Like I want to get back to it, and let's see. Maybe we can find a spot on the same card in the near future. Let me work on that. I'm pretty good at.
That'd be
I'm
cool.
working at the moment for your friend Will Shop.
But you have to go after me because I'm not walking out after you do your walkout. I just feel terrible.
I'm stealing the show. I'm
You're
stealing
still
the
in the
show.
show.
That's me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Major. So successful. Your student went all the way to the top for a title shot at one. So if you don't know, up rewind. Sorry guys, I didn't show you. Student of Major Overall is the very well known Tiffany Theo, who went to a title shot. It was a couple of months ago, if I'm right, against Panda.
It was about a year
What
ago. Yeah.
already thanks
Yeah.
COVID. What is, in your opinion, Major, the most difficult part of the fight business? I mean, like coach wise, is that first, is that fighting or coaching? And if it's coaching, what went wrong during that fight?
Okay, so for this one, we were already under COVID restrictions. So um we couldn't really train. We couldn't train in our gym. We were training in car parks. We were training in uh, void decks. Like we weren't able to put together a very good regular schedule. We didn't have the whole team there. And I think a big part of what makes the way I coach or our gym in general like strong is that we have a bunch of really good uh, hobbyist. Like there's a guy who might be an accountant, but he's a monster with leg locks. And if you have a problem with leg locks, you go to that guy. You know, he might be a purple belt,
Mm,
but he can get down with the leg locks. And all these guys, they train 2 or 3 times a week, but if they can be a part of somebody else's world title endeavor, they're so excited. Or just even a pro fight in general, they're super excited, right? And so,
mm,
like with the Nicolini fight, that's what I did. I sort of just delegated to my top students that were good at arm bars. Once a week, I had Tiffany work with those guys and just escape arm bars nonstop. And then my top three guys that were good at leg locks, I had Tiffany work with those guys once a week and just escape leg locks nonstop. My top three rear naked
mm,
choke guys, same thing. So I mean, these guys were excited for the opportunity to be able to be a part of something like that. But when you take away the team, you take away one of my biggest resources that I have to be able to help coach people. You know, it's just me and her,
mm,
and on a concrete uh, parking lot. There's only so much you can do. You can't grapple. You can't.
mm.
You know, so it really kind of limited what we could work on. But I'm sure that was probably a similar situation for Panda as well. So it's kind of a shame. I wanted to see the best out of both of those girls when they fought, and I don't feel like we did. I felt like we saw, the best that they could do given the situation.
Mm. So, if I may, eventually, in the near future, a rematch, maybe. Do
It's
you see
hard,
a
man.
rematch going down, and how it would be how it would play differently?
Yeah, it's hard to say because now technically Panda's got 2 wins, right? So the first one, she decisively beat Tiffany, right? The second one, I wouldn't say it was decisive, but she did cut her, and it looked really bad because she had blood all over her rash guard. That was early in the fight, and Tiffany actually dominated in a couple of the rounds. So, I mean, if you give it to Panda, I'm not mad, but it was obviously a much, much closer fight. Um, I think Tiff's eye was cut, but Panda's eye was closed at the end of that fight. So
Mm,
you could say it's kind of tit for tat. And really, I think the most dominating round was the fifth round. If you watch Tiffany, she was taking her
mm,
down, kneeing her in the face, and like had a pretty good round. But
mhm,
yeah, I think if they fight again, neither one of them were at their peak. Neither one of them had put together the best game plan they could for that fight because we were all restricted by COVID. If they do run it back, I think you can see Tiffany's obviously gaining on her. She in
mm,
that 2-year time period that between their first and second fight, Tiffany got massively better. Panda looked exactly the same, and I think if you give it another year, which it has been, or maybe like 2 years since that last fight, I think it's gonna shift heavily into Tiffany's favor.
Mm. I agree. I think your student has crazy potential, and I would not be surprised that she's the next champ. I mean, like my money is on that. I think Tiffany has a whole set of skills. But you know what fight I want?
What's that?
You know what fight I want? I want Angela Lee to come back.
Mhm.
For sure, she's gonna have difficulty to make weight, and instead of giving her once again people an instant title shot, I want to see Tiffany versus Angela.
I don't think one
The
would ever do that.
fans, you
They
think
have
so?
just. I think there's just too much to lose. They don't want to. I don't feel like they're marketing Tiffany anywhere near as much as they're marketing Angela, and I don't think they would want to lose that lose all of their investment that they put into Angela.
I totally agree. I totally agree. If I may, I mean, like there is no much advertisement, no much publicity about Tiffany Theo, and that's a shame because she's by far for me the number one rank contender in her division by far. I mean, like who was number one after Nicolini, and voilà, Nicolini's performance at last fight was a bit embarrassing. I mean, like she didn't even put really a fight. Like when Tiffany went after Panda. So yeah, I would love to see the fight, but let's see what future will tell. But I think it's obvious that Victoria is going for the atomweight belt sooner or later, and Angela will try to go in a higher division. I mean, like that's what it seems that it's like the plan is in the near future. I mean, like
I don't know what their plan is or what Angela's plan is. I think she really enjoys being a mom, and maybe she's just ready to let her sister kind of build up to the point where she's ready, and then she'll probably retire. Maybe she's already eyeing retirement, like a really young retirement. Yeah, I don't know what
that's a
else she
good
has
point.
left to accomplish. What else does she have left to accomplish if she's not going to go to UFC?
She wants to have the
She's
two belt. I think she wants to be atomweight and featherweight champ.
Yeah, what match would make sense because she beat Panda at her weight, and Panda beat Angela at Panda's weight. So let's see a catch weight rubber match
Without suplex.
with or without suplex. Ooh.
Without suplex. Last time was really yeah. I personally saw a suplex. I was like, but I mean, like I was
think
maybe the only
the
one.
rule is supposed to be you're not allowed to be spiked on the head. But
Yeah.
here's the thing: you have so many people in Asia who don't know how to fucking fall, and they fall on their head when they get suplexed, right? So I look at the Christian Lee fight against who was it? Edward Kelly, was it?
Edward Kelly, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
he got
It was the little brother of Eric, Edward Kelly.
yeah. He did that suplex on Edward Kelly, and he got disqualified because Edward Kelly didn't tuck his chin and got knocked out from it or badly hurt from it, right? But if you watch, I think it was like within the same month or around the same period of time, you watched DJ fighting in UFC against Cejudo, and Cejudo used that same suplex on him like 3 or 4 times, but DJ knows how to roll with it. So he Granby rolled out of the suplex and took everything off of it and didn't get hurt at all. And I'm like, should Cejudo be disqualified? I mean, why is DJ not made the winner just because he's more skilled, right? If you're gonna make it like that, right? Same thing with Rose Namajunas. Rose Namajunas, she got spiked on her head, but she could have just let go. You know what I mean? She could have just let go. So it's not really the other girl's fault. It's her fault for not letting go. I feel like it should be.
I think suplex should be allowed. Anyway, in my opinion, I think it's like that's cage fighting. Like I mean, like if you start to say this takedown works, but not this takedown.
I do think that you remember that pile driver that Bob Sapp did to Nogueira?
That was one of my first, like this fight, like give me the fire to turn pro. Oh yeah, like that fight, Pride.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't want to see somebody break their neck, man. That one sounds pretty terrible.
It was WWE.
Yeah, it was WWE, but
but that was good. I like it.
All of the juice, none of the safety.
Yeah, out of the window. Major,
Yeah.
we are already at almost 40 minutes in the talk together, and I loved every single moment of it. But I'm gonna have to drive us to the end of this interview. So before saying bye bye, I will need a bit of promotion from you, maybe Facebook, Instagram, the URL, the address, website of your gym, anything I can put under the video so that people who wants to know more about the man, the legend, can follow you on your social media platform and shit.
Yeah. Matrix MMA SG.
Once again, faster or slower?
Matrix. Matrix MMA.
Yeah, slow motion. Yeah.
Yeah. SG.
Matrix. Attends, let me try to do that. Matrix MMA .sg. So if I'm right, it's like that, right? Yeah? No?
Yeah,
Maybe?
that's our website.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our website.
Voilà,
Yeah.
that's the website. I will do it again without the big A, and everybody will be happy. Voilà, show, bam, here and back to the. So if you want, guys, if you want to know a bit more about Major that we received today during this video, down here you have the website. Just not Google it, just type that shit down, and you can have more information about the game of our friend Major Overall. Majee, my man, my friend. Look, I will bring you close to me with one button. Pim! Voilà, here. I give you a big kiss. Thank you very much for joining us today during those 40 minutes of interview. I will wish you well, and I hope we're gonna catch up soon. Be back safe. Well, yes, say be back safe. You're already home, man. Yeah, I know you are a new daddy, so I wish you I wish the best for your family, and thank you once again for spending time with us today, guys. It was an amazing interview. Thanks, Major, for spending some time. Don't forget, first, other side, so like that, to have a look at the website of Majee. It's here. For the other, you can like, follow, share the page, share Game Talk on your social media network. Anyway, we see very soon with more friends, more fighter. Very soon. Whatever. Allez, enjoy your day. See you very soon. And game on. Bye-bye, guys.